What is going on, fellow outlaws? OutlawGarry here, and oh my goodness, the confusion is real. Of course, if you guys are new around here, hit that subscribe button because we upload every single day Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online. So if that is your favorite game in the entire world, you've come to the right place. Now, as you guys know, Red Dead Online has been pretty quiet. Not many updates since last week. They haven't really been talking about Red Dead Online much. We haven't really seen anything new coming. But we have seen a lot of GTA 5 DLCs that are recently going on, which is great for the GTA 5 community. Now, I know as a hardcore Red Dead Redemption 2 player, there needs to be more. I know that Rockstar is working on some fun stuff, but there is a very large confusion. Now, as you guys know, or if you don't know, Rockstar is currently being sued. That's right. They are currently in a lawsuit against the Pinkertons. You guys remember the Pinkertons, right? From the story mode. As you guys can see with the gameplay here, the Pinkertons are the law enforcement agency that works with, I guess, the government to bring down criminals. And in the Rockstar created story, Red Dead Redemption 2, that includes Dutch's gang. Now, what's crazy is that people are starting to believe that the reason why Red Dead Online is at such a standstill is because of the lawsuits against Rockstar with the Pinkertons. Now, I don't believe this is the case. Now, out of this very long 60-hour game of story mode, there's only 10 featured Pinkerton characters. So out of the 106 missions, there's only 10 of them that feature these Pinkerton characters and the law enforcement agency. Now, the reason why this is such a big deal is because the Pinkerton Consulting and Investigations company sent a cease and desist letter to Rockstar Games and want some money. They're claiming that the depiction of the Pinkerton people is causing some confusion within their company, and they are going to be losing money because of the way that the Pinkertons are depicted in Rockstar's game Red Dead Redemption 2. Now, with that said, in Red Dead Online, I don't know if there's ever going to be a Pinkerton like story mission. I think they might want to avoid those issues moving forward. So in the online, there might not be any Pinkerton related missions. But from what I'm understanding, Rockstar is clapping back. They don't want anything to do with this lawsuit, and they've really laid down their law. They're saying that they can use the Pinkerton likeness because it is a historical thing. It's not like a real company today. Now, this is where the confusion is. The Pinkertons of today are real people, but they are licensing the name the Pinkertons from the original owners. So they're not like the real Pinkertons that you guys see in Red Dead Redemption 2. The Pinkertons claim that Rockstar used their trademarks featuring the Pinkerton detective badge without permission in Red Dead Redemption 2. They claim that the Pinkerton National Detective Agency characters are used as villains hunting the game's protagonist. Where, dudes, I don't think the Pinkertons were ever the villains. They were just the law enforcement agents, which is so weird. Like, I never saw the Pinkerton characters as evil people. They're literally just cops doing their job. So it was really weird. Like, when I read that, I was like, who played Red Dead and was like, oh, those Pinkertons, they're the bad people. I just thought they were cops doing their job, trying to take down the evil people, which is Dutch's gang. But I guess the legal team over in the Pinkerton side does not think so. Now, the Pinkerton makes it clear that in the letter to Rockstar Games, they are willing to discuss a lump sum figure to settle the dispute. Otherwise, they are prepared to sue for trademark infringement, among other claims, which is crazy. So pretty much, this is a huge cash grab, and this always happens in any really industry, especially in the entertainment industry. Whenever somebody starts making money and other people feel like they are owed money, they're always gonna come for it. I mean, like, literally it happens to even YouTubers. So like, as soon as anyone gets success, and if you create a business and your business does well, you're always gonna have people coming from the woodwork like, oh, hey, remember me? I lent you that pencil back in high school. You owe me money. Like, it happens so often. Of course, not to that extreme right there, but it definitely happens. So Rockstar is deciding to fight back, and they filed a lawsuit in federal court seeking an injunction against the Pinkerton and ruling that the use of the Pinkertons in the game is covered by the First Amendment. So Rockstar is hoping that, you know, they're gonna file this injunction, and the court's gonna say, hey, you know, this is covered by the First Amendment. Now, if this is not covered by the First Amendment and Rockstar is found to be guilty and they are owed, and they now owe money to the Pinkerton agency, I don't know how that will result for the future of Red Dead Redemption 2 and how the Pinkerton characters will be depicted moving forward. Now, of course, as you guys may have heard me earlier, I said that they are looking for a large lump sum. These guys are looking for a large amount of money to make them happy. They want, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars, probably millions, to just pretend like it never happened, which is crazy, but it happens pretty often. So let's take a look at what the Pinkerton website looked like in today's age. Now, if you go to their website, it loads up super like Watch Dogs, like hack weird. Like it loads up like a fake website. It doesn't feel real. Like, you load here and you're like, what the hell is going on? But if you check it out, it's a pretty cool website. The future of risk management's here. Why? Like, pretty much they provide digital security and much more. They assess the threat, they check the probability, they check the impact, and they equals the risk. And it's weird because the way they have this business broken down, it's totally different from the way they're depicted, of course, back during the Red Dead Redemption 2 days. But those characters in Red Dead Redemption 2 are not real characters. They are just creations of what the Pinkertons were said to do back in the detective agency, looking into criminals like the Dutch gang. Now, the overall like look at this website is very interesting. It's definitely very different than your typical like private investigator or detective agency, but the services they provide are pretty extensive. They've got comprehensive services. I don't even know what that is. It's temporary to permanent solutions. So apparently they indicate a response team for short term, and then long term they have a Pinkerton fully dedicated team to mitigate any forms of threats and things that may come your way. Like, it's so weird because it has such like an Illuminati vibe to it, especially like the way that they've made this website with the eye, and there's like various triangles everywhere, and find out where your business is at risk, learn more. And it's like the holistic framework, the hazard. It's just so weird. It's weird because, like, especially knowing the Pinkertons from in-game, like, these are like 2019 Pinkertons. And they even have a history area, so let's check that out. In the history tab, Pinkerton is a trusted partner, leading the risk management and security industry for over 165 years. Throughout our history, we've served as guardians and protectors of organizations around the world, defining new industry standards for risk and security management and consistently revolutionizing our industry. From our roots as serving as intelligence agency during the Civil War, Pinkerton has continued to build an impressive track record, establishing the first criminal database, being the first company to hire female detective, and being a forerunner for the Secret Service. Discover how Pinkerton has played a historic role in the risk management industry for over a century by following our company and our accomplishments through the years in the timeline below. And as you guys can see, we have a nice little timeline of what the Pinkertons were. So in 1842, Alan Pinkerton immigrated to the United States and settled near Chicago and worked making barrels. In 1847, Alan Pinkerton joins the Chicago Police Department, and he continued that to be the first Chicago detective. And then it continued to be the Pinkerton office opened in Illinois, and they created the Pinkerton National Detective Agency with its birth of noble profession. Now, of course, the Pinkerton Detective Agency now works with law enforcement to arrest criminals anywhere in the country, and that's 1853. Moving on, Pinkerton specializes in protecting railroad shipments for several Midwest railways, which, as you guys know, that's exactly what the Pinkertons did in Red Dead Redemption 2. Moving forward, Kate is hired by Pinkerton to become the first female detective in the United States. moving forward all the way to the 1890s, we see a lot of things happen. Pinkerton has 2,000 active agents and 30,000 reserves, causing the state of Ohio to outlaw the agency due to possibility of being hired as a private army or a militia. That's crazy. They were so large at one point, they thought they were a militia. So as you guys can tell, there's definitely a large similarity here to what the Pinkertons were in Red Dead Redemption 2, because it's based off their history and how they are the cops of Red Dead Redemption 2 trying to catch Dutch's gang. So let me know in the comment section, do you think that this lawsuit is causing any problems for Red Dead Online? I personally don't think so, but it's definitely been, I'm sure, a shocker to a Rockstar and the Red Dead Redemption 2 team. Like, this is so stupid. But let me know your thoughts down below. Of course, if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you guys later with a brand new video. Later, guys.